Hello everyone, welcome to online class of computer. This is Mansi Mukherjee, your computer teacher. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel for new notification. Let's start our today's topic.
Class 8. The today's topic is looping in Python. After HTML, after designing, now you are most welcome to the coding world. Since you have already been introduced with the Python in class 7, here we will move ahead of that. Just a very quick recapitulation about the Python. Python is a programming language that is very easy, portable, GUI supporter means graphic user interface supporter, and this language is having variety of applications. Fine. This all thing we have done in class 7. Look at here on your screen, Udo van Rossum. He is popularly known as father of Python. He only created the Python. Now, how he has given the name Python? From the time when he was creating in the year 1991, this programming language is being released. And you know, while working, he was very much inspired with a comedy show that's named Monty Python's Flying Circus Show. So from there, he got the name Python. This is how Python got his name. But in class 8, part 1 session, we are going to do the coding part of the Python. Looping in Python. Let's start. Before exactly starting the coding, first let us understand some technicalities, technical terms that time to time we will encounter. First one is control statement. These are the statements which control the flow of execution of program. Whatever the program we are writing, whatever the code, whatever the instructions we are giving to our system, this is controlled by control statement. There are 3 ways to execute a program. First one is sequential. In this, instructions are being executed one after the another in the same order they have written. Selection. Depending on the conditions, the statements are being executed. Selection from the word, it is clear. It is saying some conditions, following some conditions, and when the condition is true, it is executed. Next one is iteration loop. We are going to deal with this only. Iteration means what? If you want to repeat a certain part of the code, then rather repeating it again and again, we use iteration, right? So, class, suppose you are writing the table, okay? You are writing the table of 5. So, rather writing 10 times the code 5 into 1 equals to 5. 5 into 2 equals to 10. Likewise, this you should not write 10 times. Rather, you should apply a loop. So this is the advantage of the loop. If you apply the loop, it will reduce the number of instructions, and indirectly, it will also reduce the memory space. So in Python, we will learn two types of loop, while loop and for loop. Now coming to while loop, it is also called conditional loop. What do you mean by conditional loop? If the condition is true, the loop is executed. Means this type of loop always tests the condition, whether it is true or false, before the execution. Fine. Here's the syntax is there. While expression statement. First you will write the expression with the colon and then the statement. While loop is clear to you? In few seconds, I will just show how the loop is being written, okay? The coding you have to write down in your notebook. For loop. What is for loop? It is also called as counting loop. A for loop is used for iterating over a sequence that is either a list, a tuple, a dictionary, a set, or a string. It can be anything. In applying the iteration over there, you have to use for loop. Now you must be saying, what is iteration? Iteration means repetition. In order to repeat a particular sequence, for loop is the best choice. Fine.
Now let us see how to do coding.
Now everyone see how to start Python. Go to start all program. Here Python 2.7 is there. Click on this. Click on Python GUI. Fine. This is the way I have started Python. This is which mode? Interactive mode, where output is executed in the next line only. Let's see this. Like this. So, but we have to work on script mode. So this is the way we can go to script mode. I'll show you again. Go to file, click on new file. Your script mode will get open. Fine. Here we will learn how to work with while loop. While loop, right? Let's see. Suppose we want to print a number, right? There is a program given in your book. Write a program to print all the numbers up to the number entered by the user. So let's see how this program is being done. First of all, we will ask the user to enter the number. N equals to input. What we will ask from user? Enter a number, right? So this line will print, this line N input will ask the user for printer, enter a number. Now we will apply while loop. While N is greater than 0, put colon, what it will print? Print N. It will print N. Next, since it is a loop, we have to apply one more statement, that is N plus 1. What it will do? It will increment the number. So N minus 1. Let's see N minus 1. It will decrement the number and it will print the number till we get the 0. How? Suppose you have entered one number like 4. Okay. So it will check, it will print 4. It will come to this statement. And it will check 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 is less than or greater than 0. 3 is greater than 0. It will print 3. Now, come to this line. 3 minus 1 is 2. It will check for 2. Similarly for 1. When the loop will come for 0, 1 minus 1 is 0. It will check. 0 is greater than 0. No. So this loop will not execute it. Fine. The loop will execute till 1 only. Let's see. Save it. Control S. You can put a file name a.py. Suppose I am giving this. Save. Click on run. Enter a number. Say I have entered 5. Look here. Fine. Output is clear to you. Okay. Now, let me show you how to work with for loop. Now we are learning for loop. So, there is a question to print the number. Okay, write a program to print the number. So rather writing the print statement again and again, we can use the for loop. Let us see how. Suppose we are printing fruit's name, right? I'm taking the fruit apple, mango, and say I'm taking 3 fruits only, and orange. Fine. Don't forget to put the inverted comma, otherwise it will not considered as a string. Next line, for, we will store this x in fruits. We have stored all this in a variable x. Okay. Put a colon. Don't forget to put a colon with the conditions. For x in fruits. This statement will store all the tuples in x. Now we want to print what we want to print? Fruit's name. Okay. Fruit's name. Then put a comma and write x, whatever you want to print. Why we are writing x? Because we have stored all this tuple in x. What is tuple? The data items we are associating. Clear till this? Now you can click on run. First of all, you save this, Control S. We have saved this and then click on run. See, we have got the output. I hope till this things are clear. Just revise the code and more programs from your book. In the next session, we will learn how to control the statement, how to control the loop. Till then, take care. Thank you and have a nice day.